Hello, welcome everybody. This is Patty Bennett. This is part of our weekly Friday live video series. Today is Friday, November 22nd. Good heavens, that means next week is already Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness, that's kind of crazy to think about that. But welcome everyone. If you are new, I would like to extend an extra special welcome. If you're returning, thank you for spending your time with me. Today we have a really, I think it's a fabulously amazing tip. I am going to show you my solution for adding these really intricate greetings or other intricate dies to your crafting projects. I came across this last weekend on YouTube and I just had to share this because it is, excuse me, it is fabulous. It is time saving. It is frustrating saving. Is that a word? It will save you frustration. How's that? And before we get started, if you are joining live, you will see a little red live button in the corner. And so then that means if you comment or if you have a question, I'll be able to see that live. So go ahead and say hi if you're joining live. And if you're watching a replay, you're welcome to comment. I don't always catch every single replay question, but I do my best. I do go back and look. So hello, Margaret and Kelly, Judy, Debbie, Darlis, Shan is here. Hello, everybody. Welcome. So let me just give you all a minute to join the live. If you're watching a replay, skip ahead, okay? But otherwise, we will get going in just a moment. Hi, Susie. Hey, Patty. And hey, you are local to me. We are just a few miles apart. It is quite stormy out there, so I am hoping to get through this before we might possibly lose power or anything. Today will be quick. I'll just tell you that. It will not be a super long live today. Hey, Jean, Susie. Oh my goodness, 82 in Scottsdale today. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's not really that cold here, but it's stormy. It's windy and rainy. All right, everybody. I am going to go ahead and get started. So my name is Patty Bennett. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I have been a demonstrator for almost 30 years. Next June will be 30 years. So we're going to have to do some big celebration for that, won't we? I don't know what we're going to do, but something big. And I blog at pattystamps.com. So that means you can go there each day or subscribe to my blog feed to get new project ideas, to see color combinations, tips, videos, specials, etc. So that's where you want to go. So today's tip, like I said, I came across this on a video over the weekend on YouTube, and it was one of those things where I had watched something and then you know how stuff just kind of starts auto playing. And so I don't even know who this was. I didn't recognize this crafter. I think the video was about a year old. And I said, oh my gosh, this is such an amazing tip. And it has to do with these silicone brushes. And I have had one in my kitchen for a long time. And you can use it to like dip in the butter and baste the turkey or you know, anything that you need a silicone brush for. I'm not a cook. I don't do a lot of cooking. So don't take my word for it. But I know I had one in the kitchen. And I went ahead and looked on Amazon, and what I found was this pack of 5, and I went ahead and purchased this because it was very inexpensive. It was under $10 for the 5 brushes because I wanted to be able to have an extra one to show you what I did. And then I thought, well, if it turns out I need more than one, then I have more than one. But I have linked to this in today's blog post and again in tomorrow's blog post if you want to find that in my Amazon favorite store. And I am an associate, so when you purchase through my Amazon store, I do earn a small amount. So just have to give that disclaimer. But let me show you what I saw this lady do. So here's how the brush comes, and this is what she did to it. So what we're going to do is we are going to use a pair of scissors and cut this down, and this is going to become our gluing utensil. Wait, is that a word? Our tool, a gluing tool. So I wanted to show you where we're headed. We're going to use the multi-purpose glue and the silicone craft mat. Okay, but before we get there, you might say, well, so what? Why do you need to do this? Okay, so let me show you something. I was using these ephemera packs for Christmas cards, and I used up a lot. Well, I'll show you. Wait till you see this. Somebody's jaw is probably going to drop here when you see all this. I used up, look at this, all of these. I used up a ton of all of these little die cut punch out pieces to make Christmas cards. Well, Tammy is going to help me assemble them for our Love to Stamp group. That's my Stampin' Up! Demonstrator team. But I looked at all these sheets that come with it, and I want to show you, look how delicate these are when you punch them out. Okay, they're extremely delicate. And I looked at these and I said, oh my gosh, I am not going to spend the time to hold this with my tweezer and then use my liquid glue and put tiny little dabs on all of these pieces. So I set all of these aside. Look at all of these. I set them all aside because I'm like, I am not doing that. So when I was watching YouTube on the weekend, this tip scrolls by my feed and I went, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I need. So after I saw the tip and I bought the brushes, they came the next day, then I started playing. So I used the Happy to make a birthday tag. I put Merry and Joy and Season's Greetings on these cute little gift bags that Stampin' Up! Has now. So we'll make one of these if you want to at the end, but I want to show you how to do this first. I also put them on some of our gold accented cards because the gold just looks so pretty with those. And then you can see I used some of the other ephemera pieces to decorate those. So once I saw this tip and used this tip, I was like, well, now I can put all of those on a million different projects. And I'm so excited because yay, right? I can use all of those. So 1 second. I would normally do this over the garbage can, but I'm just going to put a little tray here to catch all this. So with your silicone brush, all you do is cut it down to about, I don't know, this is just maybe a tiny bit over 1/4 of an inch. Maybe, like, I'm not measuring, obviously. I'm just giving it a little haircut here. I don't think I got that terribly even, but you can fuss with it a little bit to make it more even. I don't know. This one I was able to cut super even. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not a hairdresser. Maybe there's a tip to this. But the first one cut super even. There, I guess we just have to finesse it a little bit to make it a little flatter. Okay, so you just cut it down to a little over 1/4 of an inch or so. Throw all these little dealies away unless you want to keep them. I don't think I need to keep them. And then, oh, now I have all these little pieces all over. That's cute. And then you take your liquid glue and your silicone mat. You're definitely going to want a silicone mat. You could try this on your glass mat, but it's a little harder to clean off on a glass mat. It's a little bit easier to clean a silicone mat. So before I put glue on here, maybe I should actually get the project ready so that we have something to stick it to. So let's do the Joy, and I'll show you how I made this cute little bag for Christmas. Or I was just thinking, one of my very good friends, her name is Joy, and I could just give that to her with her Christmas gift in it. Wouldn't that be cute? So as you saw, the greetings come on a sheet, Here's what the full sheet looks like. So we have season's greetings, we have Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Joy. Or, as you saw, you could mix and match, and you could do the happy with birthday. You could do this one. I did the Merry, and I stamped Christmas. So you can kind of mix and match, but nonetheless, that's what you get on the sheet. And when you punch them out, as I showed you in the beginning, they are quite delicate, so you need to be kind of careful with them. So you just turn it over, and I'm going to dab this in the glue. And then I kind of dabbed off a little bit because I wasn't sure at first how much glue do you really need. And then you're just going to put these little dots onto your intricate piece, whatever your die cut piece is. And you know what this reminded me of? Many, many, many years ago, I used, and I think Stampin' Up! Sold it. I'm pretty sure they did. I used a glue called Dotto. And, well, yeah, I can see it. I don't know if you can see it. But what it does is it puts all these tiny little glue dots all over the back of your piece. And then, let's see, which way is, I have to figure out which way is up because it's not a square. Now, here's the very, very best part. This is what I loved about this. Okay, I'm patting it. Do you see it's not sticking to my hand at all? There is no extra glue anywhere around there. This is perfectly smooth and ungluey. There's no extra glue. That is the bonus of doing this. I loved that. And then we can just add this to our gold foil. Oh, and by the way, this paper is that Marbled Elegance. I'll show you that in just a second. But I thought this looked so pretty as an option for Christmas. It doesn't have to be Valentine's. And so then I just put that right on the bag. And I do have measurements for you, so hang on. I just can only do so many things all at once here. And this is the cute small gift bag. Obviously, you have to let the glue dry a little bit. That was kind of silly. But anyway, look how quick and easy and fun and how efficient that is to add that skinny little die cut. Now, I know you might be saying, oh, but we have those adhesive sheets that you can put on your cardstock before you die cut. And that's a great solution when you are die cutting. But when you have a sheet like this, then you don't really have that choice. And I thought of something else. Even when you have a delicate die cut and you might be thinking, well, I want to put that adhesive sheet on the back before I die cut. I don't know about you, but what I have found is that like in these little areas here within the leaf, or even with these little die cut, like, I don't know, see how these are, what do you call that? Lines, I guess. Even sticking through those, I have experienced that the adhesive sheet will leave like these little webs of glue in there. So if you were to use this solution for this type of a die, or even I was thinking like this type of a die, I think this would be a great solution for that instead of holding it and then running your glue line around. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I do think that this is a really good solution for a lot of different applications, a lot of different dies. So hang on here. I'm going to look at the comments and see if you had questions so far, and then we're going to proceed. Let's see. Oh, I will share that. Debbie is asking how to clean your silicone mat. I will go over that. That's on my list here. Oh, Tammy's obsessed with this tip. I'm telling you, this tip is so amazing. It is so cool. Let's see. Where did I put that? Hang on. I've got stuff everywhere. Leela is asking about the silicone brushes. So these are just on Amazon. They're linked on my blog today, pattystamps.com. And I used scissors and I showed how to trim it down. So if you want to watch the replay to see that, you are welcome to. I know, game changer, Susie. Yep, Chris loves it. Dana loves it. I know, it's so cool. Let's see. Thank you for answering that, Tammy. So by the way, if you're wondering, just so you know, in the Stampin' Up! Holiday catalog, or excuse me, the September to December mini catalog, this is the pack of Ephemera Joyful Sayings that I was using. That's where all these gold pieces were from. And I was also using the joyful images on some of these. Like, this is where I got these cute poinsettias, the little gift envelopes, and the skates and the bow. Those are all from this pack. And then this card is up here in this gold dipped card assortment. There's 3 colors with gorgeous matching envelopes. This tag is here in the tags for the season mix and match. So this is all on page 15. If you don't have a demonstrator, I have these all linked on pattystamps.com today if you need any of those supplies. So now let's go back to the silicone mat, because Debbie had asked, how do you clean it? So I have a couple of tips here for you. First of all, if you're doing a lot of these, I would suggest that you have 2 or 3 mats available, because I don't know if you can see. Let me lift it up and then you can probably see. Do you see the shiny? Yeah, you can see the shiny little glue dots right around the joy. So those are wet right now. You have a choice. You can grab a baby wipe or a wet paper towel, an alcohol wipe, whatever works for you, and you can wipe that off, and then you can put your next piece down. I would not set this piece on that wet glue. So you can clean that and put your next one down. I would probably be stingy and go over here and use that section and then use that section, but you know what I mean, right? Or you could have a couple of mats going, because when this dries, all you have to do is wipe it with your hand and all those little glue dots just rub right off. They're like, I don't know what they're like. They're just little blobs of glue that come right off. So those are your 2 tips. You can either clean as you go, or you could have a few of these mats going at once. You can let it dry, and then when they're dry, you just rub it off. So, whatever works for you. So I hope that helps answer that. Let's see. What was this? Oh, Kayleen, you were tagging somebody. Sorry, I thought it was a question. Yeah, the ephemera packs make so many cards. Yep. They are wonderful. All right, so what was I going to show you next? I don't know. We could do this one. Should we do this one? I think this one's so pretty. This one's so lovely. You're probably like, okay, well, that's all I needed to see. I got this. I'm done, right? And that's fine. You can hop off if you want, but I think I will go ahead and just do one more for those of you tuning in late. I'll go ahead and do this one with the Merry and the Christmas. So get those ready. And then I'll grab... Oh, this is not in the holiday catalog, but these are online. These are called Brushed Gold Cards and Envelopes. Again, they're linked on my blog today. It's 162177. And when you fold it, you'll see that you kind of have 2 different gold patterns to choose from. I personally like this one better, so I always use that as the front. And you know what? If you wanted to, you could cut this in half and have 2 card fronts if you want. But it's fine. I'm just going to use it as a card front. So if you missed the beginning, we just put some of the multi-purpose liquid glue here on the mat. I cut down one of the silicone brushes, And we're just going to dab glue dots right onto this very intricate, delicate die cut image. You can pick it up like I just did with my finger, or you can pick it up with tweezers. And when you pat it down onto your project, there's no extra gluey excess. This is just such a fabulous game changer. I love this. And I was saying in the beginning, sorry if you missed the beginning, that I did see this idea on YouTube, and I go in a few times a week and I just delete YouTube history. It's like just taking up memory. I don't need it to be on there. And I accidentally deleted that video, and I actually Googled how do you get your deleted YouTube history back, and I tried on my Google account, and I tried to find it, and I couldn't find it. And I searched on on YouTube, and I found a few of these. Actually, a few people have done this, but I couldn't find the one that I actually saw. So I do apologize, and I'm sorry for not having your name for whoever showed this, because it was just such a great tip, because normally I would love to give you credit. How about if we do the wreath? I like that. And I think I'm going to get this big bow and put a big bow on it. Yep. So I just love all these pieces. This is my favorite in here. I love that cute little hot cocoa mug. Isn't it cute? And we'll just do some foam adhesive sheet under here. And then I think I'll add a little wink of Stella, because that'll just make this really cute and glimmery to kind of go with all the gold. So we'll just give that a little bit bigger bow. Isn't that cute? I like that. And then a little wink of Stella. Oh, let me shake it off camera so I don't make you dizzy. And I'll do what I did on the poinsettias, and I just flicked it on instead of brushing it. I think you get kind of a better shimmery look than if you brush it with a brush. Oh, speaking of brush, I have a question for you all. Hang on just one second. So I'll just show you how that turned out. Isn't that nice and so easy not to fuss with trying to get the glue all over that? I just think this is such a good tip. I love this so much. So we'll take one more look. I did Merry Christmas on one of the bags. Stampin' Up! Sells the two sizes together, the large and the small gift bags. I did the Happy Birthday, Season's Greetings. I also did Season's Greetings on one of the larger bags. And then the cute little joy bag. Aren't those sweet? I just love this. So I do have a question for you. So hang on, don't go anywhere. Let me just see. Kayleen, the brushes are on Amazon. They're linked on my blog post today. So if you want the same set, you can just click on the link in my blog post today. Oh, I'm glad you like the bow and the wreath. Thank you. The silicone mats, yeah, they are linked on my blog today, but they are also in the annual catalog and on the online store. Yeah, thank you. And where did you get the envelopes? Oh, I mentioned that. They're in this pack. See, they're right there. All righty. So let me just ask that question that I have for all of you. And it has nothing to do with this, but we can come back to this in a minute. So yesterday on my blog, I shared these cards with you that I watercolored with the watercolor pencils and the new Nature's Paintings watercolor coloring book kit. So these come pre-printed. There's 24 sheets, comes with the watercolor pencils and the water painter. It reminded me because I used this and I had used it on there, and that's why it reminded me to ask you about this. So I asked on my blog if you would want to see a video tutorial for this, and a few of you did comment and said that yes, you would like to see a video tutorial. So my question is anybody going to be around next Friday on Black Friday, the November 29th, the Friday after Thanksgiving? Well, the day after Thanksgiving. Would you want me to do it then? I mean, I guess you can always watch the replay, but I was thinking I could do it on that day. But if everybody's going to be like away or busy, then I thought, well, I don't know, maybe I won't do a live that day. But anyway, just let me know if you will be around on Black Friday and you would want to see this then or not. So, yeah, okay. Okay. Thanks, Robin. Thanks, Jan. Okay, Debbie. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So I might go ahead and do it. Thanks, Pat. Thanks, Sally, Diana. Okay. All right. Well, at least I know I'll have 10 people watching. Oh, more of you will. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And you know, like you can always watch the replays. I always have them the next day on my blog. So if you're not available that day live, right, it's fine. Right. So, okay. Well, I just wanted to show you that and ask if anybody would be interested in seeing that next Friday. So I will do that. I did say that I would show you this paper. This is the Marbled Elegance. It's what I was using on these bags. And it is an online exclusive, kind of geared toward a Valentine's suite because it's paired with the Hearts of Elegance bundle and beautiful heart dies. But I went ahead and used it, as you saw, for a couple of these Christmas projects because I just think this is gorgeous for Christmas. I don't see any reason why you have to save that for using just for Valentine's. I was going to say Halloween. Good heavens. Nope, you don't have to save that for Halloween. Oh dear. Her poor brain. So let me just show you the dimensions because I did write those down in case you just want to take a screenshot. I'm going to leave that there for a minute. So on the large bag in this 2-pack of bags that Stampin' Up has, the gold, that's small, sorry, large, is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's like a quarter sheet. And then the designer paper layer is just a 1/4 inch smaller, 4 by 5 1/4. On the small bag, the gold is 3 by 3 1/4 and the DSP is 2 3/4 by 3. So I'll move my finger, sorry, and I'll just leave that there for a minute. So if you want to take a screenshot, you have those dimensions if you want to decorate the bags like I did. Yes, I love the marbled suite too, Leela. It's beautiful. Thanks, Kelly. Okay, awesome. Yes. All right. It's always 10 a.m., Margaret. On Fridays is my live Pacific time. Oh, thank you. Desiree said my coloring is gorgeous. You are so kind. Thank you. Hi, Jean says she refuses to go out in the crowds. All right. Okay. Oh, Darlis, thank you for asking. How do I clean the brush? Because I meant to go over that. So while it's wet, I just used a baby wipe. Here, let me grab one. I'll just show you. Anybody else have baby wipes in their craft room? All right, so I just used a baby wipe and I just did this. And since it's silicone, it comes right off. So that cleaned it. So fabulous. And the benefit of the silicone brush is that you're not ruining like a regular watercoloring brush. You're not ruining a blending brush. You're not ruining a sponge dauber that, you know, if the glue starts to get dry, it's like toast. You can't get the glue off, right? But the silicone brush, it comes right off. If you let it dry on here, because I accidentally did that one of the days I was doing this, I just went like this and I pulled all the glue off. It was like one big piece and I just pulled it off and it came off all together. I was like, oh, okay. So it's kind of the same premise as cleaning your mat because it's the same idea. When it's wet, it'll wipe right off with a microfiber cloth. Of course, then you have to wash that. So I just use the baby wipe, or like I said, just let it dry. And when you do this, it just comes right off. Okay, I'm just checking for any other questions. Yep, Robin has baby wipes handy. Where did I go? Uh-oh, did something happen? Let me know. Did something happen? Am I gone? I hope I'm still here. It looks like I'm live on my, I can see my, can see it on my tablet. Yeah, I had always tried the sponge hope, like a sponge dauber, or remember when we sold those yellow round sponges and you'd cut them in quarters? But then like you're dabbing it all over, and I don't know, it just never quite worked for me. So I love this tip. Okay, Sally says I'm still here. Donna says I'm here. Okay, I'm still here. Yay. Yay, thanks Diane. Thank you. Okay. So, that was really all I had for you, is sharing this amazing tip. And again, thank you to whoever ever figured this out and shared it. I'm sorry I can't find your video again. I tried and tried, literally. I tried for 2 days Googling and trying to find it. And I don't know, it's like gone, but that was my fault for deleting my history. So again, if you need to find all of these supplies, pattystamps.com today. And if you don't have a demonstrator, you can purchase through me. If you have a demonstrator, you can purchase through your demonstrator, and you'll be able to find all of these supplies and the link to my Amazon crafting store with the Amazon brushes, the silicone brushes. You're welcome, Liz. You're welcome, Donna. I am so glad that you all were here today. And thank you for everybody for joining, and happy Thanksgiving this coming week to you all who celebrate Thanksgiving in the U.S. I know not everybody here is in the U.S., and I just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving, and I'm thankful for all of you. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week for watercoloring tips. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and be safe if it's storming where you are like it is here. I will see you later. Bye-bye.